It's a beautiful Sunday. You got your patchouli? Make sure you put a little of that on. Okay. If you know, you know. I got this one off Amazon. Patchouli. I don't know if you can see it. It's so dim in here at the moment. When I get to getting this going, you'll be able to see so much more. But you gotta start somewhere. Okay. All right, let's get some incense. It's my last incense of this particular smell from my recent trip to NOLA, which, if anybody knows me, knows I probably will never go back. But it was a interesting experience nonetheless, and so I am tremendously grateful to have had that. Hey y'all, it's me, D with one E. Don't play with me, okay? I hope you guys are doing wonderful today. Such a beautiful Sunday. I just got a message from my spiritual lady, my friend over at Augustine's in Chicago. If you're in Chicago, stop by Augustine's. Shout out to my girl Anna. She is one of the greatest people I have ever met in the spiritual realm and in the 3D realm. She is wonderful. She is a great spiritual guide and she helps with a lot of stuff. So shout out to Anna over at Augustine's on 33rd and Halsted. Okay. She's going to put together a little birthday gift for me, which was last Wednesday. I am a Taurus. Shout out to all my Tauruses. Love y'all. Bull gang. Love y'all. Because I'm a Taurus near and dear. I am a Taurus in every way. Okay. I am that Taurus. I was also born on a Friday, which is ruled by Venus. And Taurus is ruled by Venus. I don't know if you know anything about the days of the week, but they have their own astrological connections as well. So I'm a Venus baby born on a Venus day. Okay. Got a little Palo Santo here. Let's do this. Everybody knows I love my content, my music. Okay. So we about to just party out, man. Like, I love my music. I love giving my wisdom. I love helping, guiding people. I'm a spiritual therapist. Hit me up in the inbox if you want to book a session for me. I'm about to start opening up my calendar for that, for people who need 60 to 90-minute sessions. All the information will be listed on my pages, my social medias. You can follow me at d.savage23 on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. I don't do Snapchat. I don't understand it. I don't like it. We ain't doing it. So I'm sitting here at my little altar, which I will probably just put a little picture somewhere in this video when I go back and edit it so you can see what I'm looking at, because my little ambiance is nice. Okay. A lot of people don't know, but you're about to find out. Every day I sit with my ancestors between the hours of 11 and 1. I think it's very important to do that. Pay homage to for those who have come before you and who watch out for you spiritually. And of course, to sit with God, the universe, the Most High, the divine, whatever you call your higher power. And my angels that have been assigned to me, Archangel Michael, Raphael, Uriel, Metatron, all of them. I sit with them every day. Anywhere where I am in the world, I acknowledge this time is sacred for them. So whatever channels through me during this time is what is meant to be talked about, okay? Okay. So let's get it started, shall we? I got my incense going. Got my little bell. I ask the ancestors will come and join me right now, those who are positive and clean and whole and helpful to the cause. Thank you, universe, for being here with my boys and I and being in the very fabric of our home that you have blessed us with. And thank you, angels, for watching over us, protecting us, and being on assignment. And I got my son's Jurassic Park mug. Okay, so I have two teenage boys. Okay, I have two teenage boys, 16 and 17, and my bonus baby is, how old are you, bonus baby? Bonus baby is 16. Okay, so I got three males in the house. Pray for me, y'all. Anyway, I drink clove water. I highly recommend that you guys drink clove water. It does so much. Look it up. We do a really simple recipe. A cup of cloves, hot water, 8 to 16 ounces of hot water, some cinnamon, and a couple drops of honey. All right. If you have any type of gluten sensitivities or intolerances, if you suffer from any type of body odor, all right, ladies down under, people in general, mouth, any type of body odor, all right, 9 times out of 10, there's some type of imbalance bacterially, or it could be a gluten intolerance and sensitivity. Apple cider vinegar is really good for that. A real simple apple cider vinegar recipe would be like a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar with Mother by Bragg's. Hopefully that recipe is still the same, because I heard somewhere along the way that somebody else was buying that company and may potentially change the recipe. But anyway, 1 tablespoon, 2 tablespoons of fresh squeezed lemon juice, and 16 ounces of water, hot water. Drink that down first thing in the morning. It's awesome. It's a wonderful hydrator, cleanser, all of that. And it can also help with that sensitivity in a sense of neutralizing those odors. Now, I'm also a nurse, for you all who don't know. I've been a nurse for about 17 years, but it isn't going to cure. We can talk about, as we get into the law of attraction, how we can manifest that things don't go as science would say it would, but your body is listening to you, okay? This is something that will aid in neutralizing the effects of gluten sensitivity when it comes to odors, okay? You also could take a probiotic that will help keep those bacteria in check, okay? Cotrell is a good one. It's been around forever. I used to give out in the hospital all the time. You can also eat yogurt, but if you are also lactose intolerant, then you want to go with something that you can, a pill that you can just swallow, right? Used to be that you could swallow some milk, like a tablespoon of milk a day, to help with lactose intolerance. Do your own research, okay? But when it comes to clove water, so every day when I sit with my ancestors, and again, I'll show you that altar in a little bit, I tell them to bring me tea. The tea was staining my teeth, so now I'm just drinking my daily clove water with my ancestors. It's still nice and hot too. Good. He brings me, so I have my own mug, this beautiful mug with a D on it that someone gave me. Beautiful mug. I have all kinds of mugs. He brings me his. You know why? Because my youngest child is absolutely my biggest advocate, and he just loves me so much. So I feel like he purposely gives me his mug. Okay. Beautiful child. Anyway, look up the clove water, look up the apple cider vinegar, look up the probiotic to help with issues when it comes to gluten intolerances. And I only speak on that because I have one of my children does suffer from that, and it does manifest in unsavory ways. We went out of town and ate a lot of stuff because we normally cook at home, and we ate a lot of stuff that we normally don't. And so the effects of that are starting to be evident. And again, clove water was something that we drank every single morning. Aside from water, you should start your day off with water, okay? Start your day off with a bottle of water next to the bed before you go to sleep at night. Just put it there, wake up, drink you some water, think about your dreams, think about how you want your day to go. Start off with positive intentions, all of that good stuff. And then have you some clove water. I only have a straw because the little cloves, you do not want to ingest them. Let me make this clear. Unless you are using powdered clove, and even then, okay, I recommend the actual little cloves. Maybe I can find one in here or something. I usually offer it to my ancestors, my tea bags, and my little cloves. I use it as an offering on my altar. But if you mess around and swallow one of these cloves, you're gonna suffer for it later. If you know, you know. Look it up. I'm not about to talk about it. It's so warm. Okay, so as a younger nurse, I refer to people early on in their field as baby. Okay, so if you hear me say baby nurse or baby doctor, that's what I mean. Okay, now that I have literal babies around here. Okay, so as a baby nurse, now that we have that clear, I was at a Christian-based hospital and going through some really tumultuous times. I was a brand new nurse who never had any kind of medical background at all. I didn't go from a CNA into my BSN. I literally went from a banker dealing with cash, okay, because you know Tauruses, we let that money hunty, okay. I have $100 bill that I keep on me at all times because that is, with the law of attraction, the easiest way to attract more money is to keep money on you. So don't be looking for me, don't be coming for me. You ain't gonna be able to find it. All I'm saying is keep some cash on you. Anyway, I went to the gift shop one day and found this mini card set. It says keep calm and trust God. Okay, I've had this card set since then. Okay, and that was again 17 years ago. The only way I'm able to keep up with how long I've been a nurse, honestly, is because my oldest son, was born in my senior year of college, and I graduated 4 months pregnant with the second one. So they're 13 months apart. That's the only way I can keep up with the fact that I've been a nurse this long, because otherwise it feel like stuff is gone by in a flash. All right, but anyway, I've had this deck that long. I keep saying I'm gonna get a new one because I'm missing, like, I think it's supposed to be 51 cards in here, if I'm not mistaken, and I have 47. If you know anything about master numbers, or you know your number, I am a master 11, so the fact that I have 47, 7 plus 4 is 11, I think that's pretty dope. But I am missing some cards out of here, and I keep saying I'm gonna get me some more. But the point is that I shuffle these cards when I sit with my ancestors, just like a little tarot deck. I just do. I'm rooted in positivity. My default core functioning is in positivity. Okay, and I transmute all the time. I always see the positive in any scenario that's happening in my life. And so these cards, no matter what's happening, every day that I sit with my ancestors, I start off, I pray, I thank God for another day, and how this day is going to manifest into the greatest day it could possibly be, right? And I just sit and I shuffle my little mini cards, and whatever comes out, that's the message. I did this with a class once. I used to run a class at a mental health institution, and when I was leaving, when I made the decision to walk away, my class was very upset with me, and they all pulled a card, and we all went through, I think it was about 20 of us, 20 people in my class at the time, maybe 21, 24, who knows. Anyway, I had everyone pull a card, and we talked about the message that was on the card. And these cards are so beautiful. I highly recommend you get something like this that you can just have on deck. You can pull it every day and just have some type of inspiration. So let's see what we get. And I just shuffle them, and whatever falls out, I know that that's the message that God wants me to know today. And then after that, I'll show you what I do. But it is a good practice to have. I know everyone's time is different. I personally always speak that I have more time than most. My life is easy because I love easy. You know, I'm always speaking affirmations in my conversations with people, or just even with myself, and it manifests. And so I live a very easy, pampered life. I'm not gonna lie, and I'm not ashamed of that, because I can teach you how. You just speak it into existence, and before you know it, your life is exactly what you speak it to be, exactly what you manifest it to be. And baby, i.e. baby, don't pay for shit. And baby loves easy because it's easy, honey. Them cards fell and I didn't take them. All right, let's see. That's a good thing though, is that God will bring it back around. I do have other tarot decks, so we can do that if you guys want. We can pull some cards. Let me know in the, I'm going to open up the comments. Now, let me tell you something. This is my first video that I'm posting where I'm actually like allowing people into my private space. If you get nuts in my comments, I will close the comments. Okay? I don't have any comments open on any of my other platforms right now. Like, unless you're friends with me on Facebook. And I am a blocker. All right. Anybody that knows Tauruses knows that we will block your ass in a heartbeat. Keep it up. Okay. We are lovers. We are happy people. We are positive people. We about our money, but we ain't about the dumb shit. Okay. Go find Geminis for that. Okay. Go find, hell, I can't think of any other zodiac sign that'd be out here for the shits like that. I know Aries like to fight. Okay. Tauruses, we like easy. We like luxury. We like peace. Okay. We like good shit. And what we don't have time for is the stupid shit. So anybody start talking stupid in the comments, you will be blocked. I'm telling you now, you will be blocked. But if you want some self-healing stuff, some positivity, you know, camaraderie, you know, good vibes, we all for it here. And it ain't nothing but love. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to build your family. You got to build your family. Because your own blood family will absolutely show you what this world is really made out of. And I'm grateful for that. But I don't even deal with my biologicals anymore outside of my children and a few select people. Okay? So don't be afraid to cut your family off. If they toxic, let them go. Wish them nothing but Jesus' wonderfulness and then goodbye. Okay? Let's see. Come on, Lord. Any other time I have about 15 cards. No, I won't say 15. Any other time I have about 3 cards by now. I hope you all are having a beautiful day, though, for real. Because it's Sunday, whenever I post this is Sunday. And it's April 27th. And it's a Taurus moon. Here we go. Got a card. So, it says, hope in the Lord. For with the Lord, there is steadfast love. I got my tongue pierced again recently. And so, I'm still learning how to speak appropriately again with it. Because until it heals, like, completely, I have to deal with the piercing bar, which is longer than what you would normally have. So if I stutter over my words, that's why. Okay. And with him in plentiful redemption. Let's read that again. Hope in the Lord. For with the Lord there is steadfast love, and with him is plentiful redemption. Psalms 137. Give thanks to the God of heaven, for his steadfast love endures forever. Psalms 136:26. Okay, so what does that say to me? Hope in the Lord, for with the Lord there is steadfast love, and with him is plentiful redemption. Give thanks to the God of heaven, for his steadfast love endures forever. Don't forget God. He's been here. Hope in him. Know that everything that you're wanting and desiring, he's plentiful in redemption. Forgive yourself. To me, that speaks remembering who God is and forgiving. Do you know how much power there is in forgiving yourself? Like, I'm gonna just put it out there. I'm 43. All right. I just made 43 last Wednesday, but my motto is forever 23. You'll never hear me claim anything about myself that I don't want to be true, including being old. So if you're out there claiming being old, stop it. Cut it out. Don't do that. Because most people, when they think of the word old, they think of something broke down, decrepit. I ain't none of that. I'm forever 23 over here. Okay. So, with that being said, I do feel like a vampire, though. I feel like I've lived so many different lifetimes. I feel like I've lived so many different versions of myself. And One thing I've learned is that wherever I was at that time in my life, I did the best that I could. I've always strived to be the best version of myself. And so, especially as a parent, as a mother, I can't speak for fathers. I can only speak for moms, so don't feel a certain type of way, okay? But I know that mom guilt is real, okay? And I've had to really forgive myself for different versions, but I also understand that I did the best I could at those times. So be gentle with yourself. We can be hard on ourselves, and that's not something to be proud of. Nor is being a single parent, by the way. I don't know who needs to hear that, but being a single parent ain't nothing to be a badge of honor. I'm not great. I'm not happy to have been a single parent and to have dealt with things I've dealt with raising two teenagers or two boys, any children, anyone out there that's out here raising your kid by yourself or children by yourself. My hat is tipped to you. I'm with you. Been there, done that. I don't recommend it for nobody. So do what you can to be selective in the people that you bring into your life, and try your best to only bring children into this world in the best possible circumstance if you can. You know, things happen, but just try to have that foresight and take it to God. Take everything to God, for real. All right, let's move on. Ooh, there we go. See what I'm talking about? I'm all in the camera. Sorry. Ooh, be joyful and hope. Patient and ooh, like it's too dark in here for real. You all hear me talking to my Alexa, okay? I'm an AI person. If you are not an AI person, I feel for you. The world is going in that direction. I get the apprehension. I get all of that. But ChatGPT and I, we got like besties, okay? And Alexa is definitely my assistant, okay? Be joyful and hope.
I'm not sure how to help you with that.
Alexa, anybody's finding you? Seems about. Alexa, turn on Branch. I have the dopest room, y'all. I hope you guys' bedroom is as dope as mine. I doubt it, but yeah. Be joyful in hope, patient in affliction, faithful in prayer. Romans 12:12. And I'm a big numbers person too. So numbers that, pop up in my life, I'm like, ooh, that's a meaning. Everything has a meaning. Everything has a meaning, just so you know. To pray is to mount on eagle's wings above the clouds and get into the clear heaven where God dwells. That was a quote from Charles H. Oh, Lord, what's your name? Spurgeon. I'm not even about to butcher it, because I'm going to tell you something. My name, I think, is rather simple, but people will absolutely butcher it. And so I don't play when it comes to people's names. If your name is pronounced a certain type of way, I'm going to do everything I can to make sure I got that down packed, because I've had people try to shorten my name. Okay? I don't play that shit. So D is where we at. Okay? Because I'm not about to play that name game where you going to call me what you want to. Just call me D with one E. Don't play with me. I had somebody that used to be in my life that was like, oh, I'm going to call you D with two E's. Oh, okay. Guess what I got? I don't know. So my cutoff game is short, is quick, and it's what was this? Somebody told me my cutoff game was lethal. Yeah, and when you cross me, and trust me, I'm not like just out here looking to cut off people. That's not how I operate. I'm a very friendly person. I'm a very sweet person. I'm a very giving and caring person. I will give you enough rope to hang yourself and show yourself, and yeah, you probably won't see it coming when I'm done with you. Because I allow people to be who they are. I allow people to be their most authentic selves. And that's interesting because a lot of people would much rather wear a mask. But eventually, your mask is going to slip with me. And it doesn't mean that I haven't seen through your mask already. I just want to make sure in my mind that you are exactly who you're showing me to be. And then you just got to go, especially if it doesn't align with positivity and goodness. I mean, you don't have to be religious to know that you should treat another human being with kindness and respect and just be a decent person. Like, you don't need religion to teach you that. You just don't. That reminds me, in my class, there was a woman who said she thought that the only way that she can have a relationship with God is if she was in a religion. If there's anyone out there that thinks that or feels that way, sweetheart, that's not true. God is right here. same spark that created the cosmos, the same spark that created this planet, and everything, every beautiful thing that's on it is in you. So you don't need, I took God and I acknowledged God when I was 5 years old. I'll tell that story another time. It's very sweet, actually. Maybe I should tell it now. I don't know. Did I fluff over this card? I didn't. Be joyful in hope, patient in affliction, faithful in prayer. It's pretty self-explanatory, right? But anyway, okay, I'll tell the story. So I have a very religiously split background. Like, we're talking Jehovah's Witnesses. Shout out to the JCs out there. Roman Catholic, what up? And Baptists. Okay. So I was already like, I don't know. But I did have a family member, she made a statement about being God's children. And I'm like, but you old. This is my grandmother. Okay. And I was like, but you old. And she was like, well, I'll always be God's child, no matter how old, you know, and he'll always be with you. He's my father. He'll always will be with you. Oh my God, y'all. Okay. I'm gonna finish the story, but this is my favorite card. Okay. This is one of my favorite Bible scriptures. Every time this card falls out, it makes me smile because the love that I have for God is like, I would say it's right there with my children, because my heart just like wants to just for my kids. But when it comes to God, like, oh my God, that is my first love. And it ties into the story I was getting ready to tell. But this card, okay, listen. Be still and know that I am God. No, it's not this card. Dang it, it's not this card. It's a different card. But I thought it was because it's a very short scripture. So if and when it does come out, I'll go into that tangent. But this is be still and know that I am God. This is Psalms 46:10. Whoever needs to hear that right now. It says, if you make the Lord your refuge, he will order his angels to protect you wherever you go. Psalms 91:9 through 11 says 91911. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I hope the other card falls out though, for real, because like every time I see a card I get excited, and I'll explain why. But anyway, back to the story. So yeah, she's like, God is always with you wherever you go. And my father was never physically available to me. As a child, it was always just my mother and I. And I remember leaving her house and curling up in the backseat of my mother's car. And I was just like, okay, well, will you be my father? Will you always be with me wherever I go? If I put my head down, will it be in your lap? You know, just, I'm 5, you know, but that innocence of wanting my father and knowing that God is my father and will be with me wherever I go, that's the moment I fell in love with God. And he's been with me. God, the divine, the universe has been with me ever since, and has been so amazingly beautiful. It's the only love that I can say has been absolutely reciprocal, absolutely consistent, and just amazing and beautiful. God will let you do your thing. You have free will. But the more that you grow your relationship, the more you understand, just like any other parent, you go bump your head, go make your mistakes. I'll still be here. Ultimate parent. As a matter of fact, there's a scripture in the Bible that talks about, I think it's in Psalms, either in Psalms in 47, it's very short, and it says something along the lines of, even if your mother and your father abandon you, I will be here with you. And that really rings true with me, because I don't have a relationship with either one of my parents. So I think that that's absolutely beautiful. It doesn't matter who on this planet is for you or against you or any of that. You know God gonna be right there with you. Whether you recognize it or not, God is with you. All you have to do is just open your heart. Oh, and if you don't believe that I'm like really in my Bible, let me show you something real quick. Like, because we're going to get to that next anyway. We've already pulled 3 cards, and that's cool. So I'm cool with that. But I like sitting and shuffling these cards because it's addictive. It's like Before I left the clinic that I was just at, the mental health clinic that I was at, I handed out worry stones to everybody. Let me see if I have one. Oh yeah, I do. I bought 50 worry stones, and I gave them to everyone there. And they were all assorted colors, all different, all unique, none of them the same. And I went around with my little tray and I had everyone grab one. And I said, as long as you keep up with this, you'll know that I'll always be with you, because a lot of people had come to really enjoy my classes and the things that we would talk about. And it would be a safe space for them. They felt really connected with me, and they were really hurt when I left. And I told them, I will always think of you guys. I will always remember you guys. And if you can just keep up with this, you know that everything's going to be all right. You'll be able to remember the stuff that we talked about, the inspiration that I gave you guys, and know that you got this. Okay? So I will probably do something with those. Okay, cool. Desi's worry stones. Or D's worry stones. These worry stones instead of these nuts. These worry stones. Okay. Anyway, this is my Bible. Look at that. It is literally falling apart, y'all. Falling apart. And I have the date of November 2015. Can you see that? Like literally it is falling apart, and it's covered in notes and highlights and just like, yeah, I done been through this bad boy. Like I've it's kind of like, if you know me, I love Indiana Jones. That was my, yeah, I'm 43. Indiana Jones was absolutely my hero coming up. And you know how he had his book. This is my book. All right. So let's see. I do what's called Bible roulette after I shuffle my cards, you know, and sometimes I put on music in the background to honor my ancestors if that's what they want to do, whatever I'm led to. And I'll sit and I'll just shuffle my Bible. And whatever word that God brings me to, that's what we read. Okay? Let's see. I'm real huge on affirmations, y'all. So one of my favorite affirmations, I have my vision board sitting here right next to me, literally. Like, there's so much going on around that you guys cannot see, but it's a lot right now. So it says, everything is always working out for me, even this, especially this. Today, I wake up in a reality in alignment with my deepest desires or better. Thank you. So it is. Amen. Pick an affirmation or affirmations that you love and start making them a part of your regular everyday speech. Okay, and make sure that you're affirming what you desire all the time. I'm talking about, it doesn't matter what it is, anything from your body, which, by the way, your body is so listening to you. We'll get into a lot of stuff that I've been able to manifest later, but I don't care what's happening with your body, it hears you. Give it some time. Start speaking the desired outcome over your body, whether it's weight loss, weight gain, bigger booty, tighter arms, tighter abs, just good health. I mean, like, just in general, good health. Like, you can't do shit if you're not in good health. So thank your body for keeping you healthy and here and sane and focused. Every time you wake up in the morning, that you're still in your right frame of mind, because you could have stroked out in your sleep. You know what I'm saying? People die in their sleep all the time. A lot of people didn't wake up this morning. So stand in a place of gratitude. Imperative. All right. So, oh my God. Y'all, do you know how many times I have fallen on Ruth? This is getting freaky though, for real. Like, I keep a journal. So there's a lot going on in this little platform that I have before me. You wouldn't even believe how much shit is around me right now. But this, in like the last, I could actually go back, because I usually write down the time and date when I sit. Where's my pencil? I can only write in number 2. I can only write in mechanical pencil, not number 2s, not them old schools. I need a mechanical pencil. It is what it is. I'm left-handed. I don't know. It's just the way I'm programmed. And I don't see my pencil on my holder. Okay. Anyway, it is 12:08 p.m. This is a New Living Translation Bible, by the way. I highly recommend it. I bought some for my sons, and it is the best version for moi. Some people like the those and thous and days. Shakespeare and I supposedly have the same birthday, and that's great. But when it comes to modern literature, I like plain English. They do have like the ESV. Was it English Standard Version or something like that? But I like my New Living translations. Okay. Now, the point that I'm making is that look at Ruth. Oh my God. Alexa, turn on my lights. Do you see Ruth? Baby. So I used to go to a really big church. I don't want to call out any names or anything, but I used to go to a really big church in my neighboring state. And Alexa, turn off my lights. Alexa, turn off my lights. We did a balloon release. All right. The boys had to been like, I don't know. They were babies. They were probably like right before I moved in my house. I moved in my house in 2011. So they were like 3 and 4 at the time. So it had to been like, they were like 2 and 3, we'll just say. Or maybe, yeah, because we were only there. We lived in that area for like 18 months. So no, they were probably 3, 4. Or maybe just made 3 and 4. Yeah, so 2, 3. Okay, so anyway, point is, I knew all about the story of Ruth and Boaz, and I wrote on the balloon something in regards to Ruth and Boaz. My Bible times, as I call them, I don't want to say Bible thumping, but me being like really seriously in the Bible, like purposefully, especially on a daily basis, has waxed and waned over the decades, right? So at that particular time, I was very religious based, and was very much in the church, and just like really engrossed, involved in the church at that time, until I woke up one day and realized I didn't need to have church to, be a part of my life, because the word of God is easily accessible without that. So anyway, not that churches aren't important. They serve their purpose for those who need them. Okay, so I'm not saying that you don't need to go to church or anything like that. Everything is what you make it. Okay, whatever your reality is, please continue on with that. Okay, point is, this particular church did a lot of different antics, a lot, to get their followers engaged, involved, and all of that. And so we did a balloon release one day, and I remember writing on there something about Ruth and Boaz. Okay, if you know, you know. I just fell on Ruth, y'all. I swear to God, I have been following on Ruth at least. I've fallen on Ruth at least 4 or 5 times within the last 2 months. Is it a coincidence? Absolutely not. And so I implore you guys to go and read Ruth real quick, just so for those of you all who don't know anything about Ruth. Ruth was Naomi's daughter-in-law who stayed with her after her husband passed away. So like Naomi was, let's say, the mother of 2 sons, and Naomi's husband died. She had 2 sons who married 2 women. Both the sons died, and the 2 women were with Naomi. The one daughter-in-law went back home, and Ruth was like, no, I'm gonna stay with you. All right, we're gonna ride this out together. And so Naomi and Ruth ended up going to stay on the land of Boaz, which was their redeemer. And, or was it Naomi's redeemer? Naomi was related to Boaz, obviously. And so he watched her from afar, and long story short, they ended up getting married. Okay. I'm not sure why that happened today. But the point of it is that carve out some time every day to have fellowship with God however you see fit. I'm not saying go get a Bible and do what I do. I'm not saying get these cards and do what I do. What I am saying is that recognize the divinity in you and set some time, even if it's 5, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever you can carve out. Because I'm a numbers person and I'm a master 11, 11, 11, 111, all of that means a lot to me. And so I've deemed that time, no matter what happens in my life, that will be my sacred time to be with the divine, the ancestors, and my angels. Just do that for yourself. Meditate, connect with yourself, go ground, get outside, get some fresh air, step away from your normal everyday things that you have to do, and start looking at them differently too. Don't speak that your life is hectic and busy. Speak that it's easy and peaceful if that's what you desire. When you really start paying attention to yourself and the things that you say, and you look at your reality, you have to take ownership of the fact that it's your fault. I know that sucks. It sucks, right? It sucks to know that you created this reality if you're not happy with it. Now, if you're happy with it, keep it up, boo boo. You got it. But if you find yourself saying pessimistic things, or your mind is going in a place that is negative on a regular basis, you cannot expect your reality to reflect anything positive in that regard. And if you're talking poorly about yourself, and even in private, and appear when you think no one can hear you, your body can. So be kind, be nice, be gentle. Maybe that's the message for today. I don't know. I just figured I would record and let it come out. All right, you want to see my altar? Hold on. If you don't have a vision board, go ahead and make one, please and thank you. And this is my little altar. And hey, y'all. But yeah. Okay, fellas, you ever realize that, or ladies, that you probably didn't brush your hair? I just realized I don't think I brushed my hair this morning. I didn't do anything else but brush my hair. Anyway, to be a private person and to invite you guys in my intimate space, this is a first for me. I've posted all kinds of pictures. You can go back on my social media and go all the way down to the beginning and you'll see I am a sharer. But when it comes to intimacy like this is new. So I'm going to say like Erykah Badu. I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my shit. Actually, no, I'm not. I don't even give a fuck. Again, I'll turn the comments off. I don't care. Point is, I hope that whatever you got from my video today helped you on some level. And I look forward to seeing you guys again. Until then, be safe, be careful, but most importantly, be loved and be positive. Bye.